The calendar on the wall feels like a countdown, ticking closer to a world we barely recognize yet. Sitting in the quiet of his modern study, a man realizes that the version of himself today won't be enough for the world of 2027. He looks at his reflection in the tablet screen, seeing the potential that hasn't been tapped. The first step isn't a leap, it's the quiet acknowledgement that change is mandatory. He decides right now that his story won't be one of being left behind. It starts with a simple choice: to evolve before the clock runs out. He realizes his focus is his most hunted resource, easily stolen by the noise of the digital age. Around him, the clutter of unfinished projects and endless notifications serves as a reminder of lost hours. To master the next few years, he must first master his attention. He begins to clear the physical and digital debris, creating a space where deep work is possible. It is a battle against the instant gratification that modern life forces upon us. He knows that without a sharpened focus, every other skill he tries to learn will simply slip through his fingers. Next, he turns his attention to the machines that are reshaping the world, promising himself to become their master rather than their servant. Tech literacy isn't just about using tools, it's about understanding the language of the future. He dives into AI, automation, and the digital systems that will define 2027. He watches tutorials and experiments with code, feeling the initial friction of learning something difficult. But with every hour spent, the fog of confusion begins to lift. He is no longer afraid of the technological shift. He is becoming the person who directs it. He understands that a sharp mind is useless without a resilient body to house it. He begins to treat his health not as an afterthought, but as his primary engine for success. In the corner of his living room, he pushes through a grueling workout, sweating and gasping for air. This is the physical foundation of his ambition, the fuel that will sustain him through the long nights of the coming years. He monitors his sleep and his nutrition with the same precision he applies to his work. Vitality is the first currency of the future, and he is determined to stay wealthy in health. Financial literacy becomes his next target as he reviews his assets and prepares for economic shifts. He studies the patterns of the market, moving away from mindless spending towards strategic investment. He looks at his bank statements not with guilt, but with the cold eye of an architect building a fortress. By 2027, the way we exchange value will have evolved, and he wants to be ahead of the curve. He sets up automated savings and learns about decentralized assets. Every dollar is now a soldier in his army, fighting to secure his independence in an uncertain future. The man looks at his network, realizing that emotional intelligence and human connection are the ultimate soft skills. In a world of algorithms, the ability to lead, empathize, and communicate is what makes him irreplaceable. He picks up the phone to reconnect with a mentor, understanding that his net worth is tied to his network. He practices active listening, learning to hear what isn't being said in professional conversations. He builds a tribe of like-minded individuals who push him to be better. He is weaving a safety net of relationships that will catch him during the storms of the next decade. He encounters a significant setback, a project that fails despite his new efforts, testing his inner resilience. This is the moment where most people quit, but he remembers that adaptability is his eighth and most vital skill. Instead of frustration, he chooses curiosity, analyzing the failure for the lessons it holds. He adjusts his strategy, pivoting with a grace that comes from a lack of ego. He realizes that the path to 2027 isn't a straight line, but a series of corrections. His ability to fail fast and learn faster becomes his secret weapon in a rapidly changing environment. As the sun sets over the city, he reflects on his sense of purpose, ensuring his goals align with his core values. Without a why, the how becomes a burden too heavy to carry. He writes down his vision for the year 2027, not just in terms of money, but in terms of the impact he wants to leave. This clarity of intent acts as a compass, guiding him through the distractions of everyday life. He is no longer just working, he is on a mission. His energy is focused, his path is clear, and his spirit is unbreakable as he approaches the horizon. He stands on his balcony, looking out at the sprawling city lights, feeling a sense of readiness he never had before. The 8 pillars of improvement: focus, tech, health, finance, EQ, resilience, adaptability, and purpose are now part of his DNA. He is not the same person who sat at that desk months ago. He has been forged by his own discipline. The future no longer feels like a threat, but like an invitation to a game he is prepared to win. He takes a deep breath, the cool night air filling his lungs, knowing that 2027 is just the beginning of his greatest chapter. The journey to your best self doesn't happen by accident, it happens by design. You have the same hours in the day as the person you want to become. Start today, because 2027 is coming whether you are ready or not. If this story of transformation resonated with you, join our community of builders and dreamers. Subscribe to the channel, like this video to support our mission, and comment below with the one thing you are committed to improving this year. Let's build the future together, one step at a time. Your time starts now.